Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a great week. I'm here to talk about, as the title says, body image I had growing up. For a long time, I used to think I was fat, and because I was bullied for being fat, which, I kind of was when I was younger. So when I say younger, I'm talking about like elementary school age, from like 5 or 6 to 12. Once I got into middle school at age 12, age 12, I started to had like a growth spurt and thinned out a lot. But before that happened, I was bullied quite a lot for being fat. I remember wanting to go on a diet at age 10, which is like that's crazy to hear. Like age 10, a little kid wants to go on a diet. Like that's like, I feel like that's like unheard of. So yeah, I don't remember exactly like when the comments about me being fat started. I think I want to say it was like fourth grade. But yeah, I was called. I was so I'm my height. I'm 6'3" right now. Um, and then so back in elementary school, I was bigger than most of the rest of the kids. So because my body structure was like bigger than normal, I was also bigger than the other kids because, I still had a lot of my baby fat, and because I hadn't gone through a growth spurt yet, that baby fat wasn't, it wasn't like distributed equally, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if that's like the right way to put it, but it's something in that realm of, my baby fat just hadn't gone away yet, obviously. So because of that, I was called things like, just typical stuff like fatty, and one girl called me fat pho, and so the two letters, at the end, the CK. I don't want to say the full word because just in case YouTube gets me or whatever. But and I noticed that quite a few people who call me fat, they were fat themselves. So yeah, projection. But yeah, I went through a period of anorexia and bulimia when I was elementary school age. Um, yeah, like I said, 10, 11. There were a couple days. I very clearly remember this. There were a couple days around that age where I just didn't eat anything at all. The whole day. Like I would literally starve myself of eating anything the entire day. And because I didn't want to be fat. I just I was being bullied for it, so I wanted to become like the opposite of that. So yeah, and then I tried to make myself throw up a few times too. I only succeeded like once, maybe twice at it, but yeah, I went through I had bulimia for a brief period, and it just and to this day, like those words stick with me. They really have an effect on your self-image and your subconscious, because you never forget words like that. Those vicious words, they echo in your mind for pretty much the rest of your life. And so when comments like that get into your head, you can't help but like view yourself as like that, you know so right now I'm obviously I'm tall and thin these days, but there are times when I look at my stomach and think, man, I feel fat. My stomach is really flabby. I need to erase that somehow, or work out harder at the gym, which I have been doing lately, so that's good. But like, it just it's sometimes when I go on the scale, and I'll reveal my weight too. I weigh 180 pounds. I weigh myself this morning, actually. It's 180. It's been 180 for like the past 6 months, I want to say, around there. So 180. I look at that number now, and I'm like, okay, that's a good weight. And but there's also that voice in the back of my head that kind of says, you could lose a little bit more, Cameron. 180 is kind of getting close to being overweight, which for my height, it really isn't. On the BMI scale, for my height, once you hit 200 pounds or more, you are considered overweight. So I'm not really that close to being considered overweight, but I know the BMI scale has problems in of itself, and I know it shouldn't exactly be relied on. So that's kind of a gray area right there. But um, yeah, I had those problems as a boy at a very young age, and I think what left me like feeling all the more alone, and that was, you rarely ever hear about boys going through bulimia, anorexia, body image issues. It's more so focused on girls, which is, I mean, obviously it's a good thing that the awareness is there for, young girls to see that they're not alone, and that, they can get help, with that. But, for boys, it wasn't really like talked about. You don't really like, I feel like you hear about it a lot more these days, but, back then, back in like, in mid 2000s, you rarely ever heard about it. So it's like, I told my parents, they knew of it, but beyond that, I didn't tell anybody. I kept it a secret because, like I said, it just wasn't a thing that boys talked about. So that really kind of just affected my, body image more, plus my mental and emotional health, because I just felt so alone. Like I didn't know what to do, so I just resorted to doing what I thought was going to work for me, when that was, not eating much or at all during the day, and, doing in bulimia. So, yeah, once I got into middle school, I got my growth spurt and I thinned out a lot. But to this day, it's unfortunately, I think it's a thing that's never ever gonna fully go away. If you grew up listening, being bullied from those comments, it's something that never goes away, because there are some times when, and like I said earlier, I look at my body, I'm just like, wow, I feel the flab here. Like I feel like I should lose this weight, and, be more thin. And so, yeah, I'm gonna show you a picture too of me. This is me at age 8 or 9, I want to say. Yeah, I'm either 8 or 9, pretty sure around there somewhere. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm like really chubby, baby fat all around the face right here, and the hands too, kind of. Yeah. So, yeah, that's me. um, yeah. So that was, I think, yeah, that was around the age I started getting bullied for being fat, which, I didn't have control over, but obviously little kids don't know that. They'll just say, well, the first thing that comes to their mind. So yeah, yeah. So I just want to put this video out here, because, just so boys know that, if they're going through something like, I did, being bullied for the weight, you're not alone. Don't, I know it's easier said than done, but don't let those comments get to you. They're saying that because they're trying to make themselves feel better, or because, or sometimes they're just mean people in general. That sometimes that's just the gist of it. Sometimes they don't even come from a horrible home life. They're just, you know they just generally, have a really immature, crappy personality. And yeah, and if it's really affecting you, go to your school counselor. Go, if you're able to, go talk to your parents, or maybe even seek out a therapist if that's available or possible to you. Do not be afraid and speaking up about, these kind of issues, because these kind of issues, unfortunately, they do affect a lot of people like me well into adulthood. And it's better to get that. Well, I mean, at any point in your life, it's good to get help, but it's better to try to, or yeah, at least try to get that help when you're a kid. Yeah. So that was my experience with um my body self-image. I used to, the only other thing I'll say was that, I used to be afraid of going to the pool when I was around, elementary school age too, because I actually remember my 6th grade field trip. I went to, we went camping in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and at the campground there was a swimming pool. well, every day around noon or 1 or whatever, the kids got to go swimming in the pool. I never went swimming because I was scared to take my shirt off and for people to see my chubby body. So I never went swimming that week, and the only time I ever went swimming was around my family during that time of my life. So yeah. And then, screw it. I'm gonna put this out here. I have a very average body. This is gonna be like super like weird, but here, my stomach right here. Here, this is real body right here. Real body, average body. See, as you could tell, I have no abs. I'm thin. You know, this is, sorry, that probably like was really weird for people. But I just wanted to show this is average right here. This is average. I think maybe like obviously more on the thin side, but like, you know, be proud of your body. Obviously, you know, if you want to work on your body, there's nothing wrong with that either. You know, make sure you are at a healthy weight. Absolutely, first and foremost. But, you know, beyond that, be proud of be proud of your body. Okay? It is the body you have been born in. You know, continue to work on it, of course. You know, if that's what you choose to do, and and like I said, make sure you get to that weight where you are healthy, because that is what matters first and foremost. Your physical health, but also your mental health. Okay, yeah, sorry. This was I kind of planned to do that, but it was more awkward than I thought it was gonna be. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I'm just like, okay, I don't even know what the hell to say anymore. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this helped you guys, or helped some people out there to realize, you know, hey, it's okay to have an average body. Nothing wrong with it. This is what bodies in the real world look like. Here, I'll do it again. Yeah, see, it's okay to have a little bit of flab. That's part of the human body. No matter, I don't care what Instagram tries to imply or tell you. These are real human bodies. So, yep, that is it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.